There are times when we're binding off that we just need a little extra stretch. Binding off too tightly is always a problem, but in some instances, like rib at a neckband, you definitely need extra stretch, but also lace. Let me show you why. Sometimes in lace, the lace actually moves the fabric, and you need a little extra space at the cast-on and at the bind-off. You can see here I just did a regular bind-off, which is fine if that fabric was going straight across. But because we want this beautiful arching curve, it's a little restrained here. So we're going to do a little something special so that we have some extra room. This is just a tiny variation of the traditional bind-off, but with one little extra move. So the first thing we're going to do is bind off in pattern, which means if we see a knit stitch, we're going to knit it, and here's a purl stitch, which means we're going to purl it. But I'm not going to take it off the needle. Instead, I'm going to kind of hang on to it. So there's the row below, there's the new stitch that I just worked, and then I'm going to grab the next stitch and pass it up and over, and then don't forget, go ahead and remove. Let's take a look at that again. The next stitch is a purl, so I purl it, but I hang on to that. I don't remove the stitch. Pass the first stitch over the second. Now I can remove. Let's take a look at another knit stitch, and then we'll take a look at it for throwing. Knit the next stitch, hang on to it, and this is where it always feels like a knit front and back loop to me, because that pivot around. Grab that stitch, pass it on over, and again, don't remove it, pass it on over. And it's the same thing if you're throwing. Knit the next stitch, but don't remove it. So again, I use the left finger to just kind of grab it, hang on to it, pass over. And you can also see that in addition to using my left finger to grab onto this, when I insert the tip of the left needle into the front loop, I use my thumb and my forefinger to pull down on the fabric. By pulling down on the fabric, it just gives me a little room to get my needle tip in there. I'll show you what it looks like. It's just that little extra space you need for a nice, stretchy bind-off.